Hi everyone. Today we'll be learning about functions. So this is your AS level topic which we'll be learning about. So let's start with a basic example and then we'll understand what is a function and what are the various aspects in that. Okay. So let's start our topic. The topic is functions. Now let's first understand what a function is. Okay. So let me give you an example. Suppose you have a vending machine. Okay, you have a vending machine with you. You can see various vending machines in supermarkets or in various other public areas or a park or somewhere else. So suppose there's a vending machine. So what's a vending machine? There are various racks in a vending machine and you have a lot of items on those racks. Okay, you have a lot of items on those racks. Now, what you'll do, there are various buttons. Suppose this is button A, this is button B, this is button C, and this is button D. So, this is a vending machine. Let's write it down. This is a vending machine, and you have four buttons on the vending machine, and you have several objects inside the machine. Okay, so what is exactly a function? When you press button A, you'll get a specific item from the vending machine. Suppose on pressing button A, you're getting a candy, or we can say you're getting a candy known as bounty. Okay, so when you'll press button A, you are getting a bounty. All right, now what happens when you press button B? If you're pressing button B, suppose you're getting a monster can. Okay, an energy drink. So suppose when you're pressing button when you're pressing button B, you're getting a monster can. Okay. Now let's see. Suppose you're pressing button C. So what you'll get? Suppose you're getting a pie. Okay. So when you're pressing button C, you're getting a pie. So what is happening in this vending machine? We know that when we are pressing button A, we are getting a candy, which is bounty. When we are pressing button B, we are getting a monster can. And when we are pressing button C, we are getting a pie. So this vending machine is an example of a function. So what is a function? A function is any machine in which you input something. Sorry, this is not the input. I'm so sorry, in which you input something. Here you are pressing the button for which you'll get a desired output, which is your bounty. Okay, so what is a function? A function is like a machine, so that when you input something in a function, you'll get a desired output. Okay, so in this case, the input is button A, B, C, and D, because when we are pressing these buttons, we are getting something. Okay, when we are pressing button A, you're getting bounty. When you're pressing button B, you're getting a monster can. And when you're pressing button C, you're getting a pie. So this vending machine is acting like a function. So what is a function? A function is that machine or a thing where in which when you input a value, you'll get a unique output value. Okay, so what we can say that a function is a machine in which when you input a specific value, you get a specific output. Okay, so that is your function. Now let's take an example of numbers where we can like in mathematics, how do we learn about functions? So suppose you have a function fx equals x minus 3. Okay, so this is your function. This is a machine in which you'll input something and you'll get the desired output. Okay, so suppose we are putting x equals 5 in this function. Okay, so what you'll get the output as 5 minus 3, which is equals to 2. Okay, so 2 is your output and 5 is your input. Okay, so we can write it like this is your input value and this is your output value. And what is fx? Your fx is the function, which is acting like a machine in which you'll input something so that you'll get an output. Okay, so this is the definition of functions. Now, there are two more things in functions which you have often heard about. One is the domain and the other is the range. Okay, these are very important topics in, or you can say these are very important subtopics in the topic of functions. Okay, now let's understand what this domain and range is. Okay, now, suppose this is a vending machine. We'll take the example of a vending machine. This is your vending machine. When you're pressing button A, you're getting a bounty, right? So, when you're pressing button B, you're getting a monster can. And when you're pressing C, you're getting a pie. So, the input values that you're putting inside the function, that is known as your domain. That is known as your domain. So whatever input values you're putting in your function, which is the vending machine, those input values are known as your domain. Okay, and whatever values you're getting, like whatever the product that you're getting when you're putting the input values, that is your range. Okay, so the products that you're getting when you're pressing buttons A, B and C, that those products are your range. Okay, so can we say that whatever we are putting inside the function, suppose in this example where fx equals x minus 3, we are putting x equals 5. Okay, so this is your domain. So 5 is your domain because this is the input value that we are putting in the function, and the output value that you're getting when you'll put the input respective input values, that is your range. So 2 is your range because when we'll put 5 in the function, it will give us 2. So I think now you'll be able to understand what a function is, what is a domain, and what is the range. Okay, so you can always, if you seem like forgetting what domain and range is or what a function is, you can always remember the example of a vending machine. Okay, thank you.